Imagine being so great that a team you didn't even play for decides to hang your jersey in the rafters. That's what the Miami Heat did for Jordan in 2003, making it so that no other player in NBA history will ever wear the number 23 for the Heat franchise. And in 2022, the NBA retired the jersey of the most winningest person in NBA history across the entire league. So now no player will ever wear the number 6 again on any team in the NBA to honor Bill Russell. And to me, a jersey retirement is the single greatest accomplishment you can have as a player in the NBA, far more than any MVP or championship can bring you on an individual level. A statement that says a player was so great that no player even deserves to wear the same number that you did for our franchise. However, we have seen players get a jersey in the rafters that we didn't quite think were deserving of this individual honor, but the Warriors hanging the number 9 jersey in their rafters may be the worst one that we have ever seen in the NBA before. Andre Iguodala is now the 4th player to wear the number 9 to have their jersey retired for any franchise, joining Tony Parker, Bob Pettit, and Dan Margelli. And Iguodala had a long career of over 19 years until he was 39 years old. And any player that manages to stay in the league that long, we can without a doubt say they found success in the league. But does that mean they deserve a jersey in the rafters? Well, obviously it depends on what the player accomplished with the franchise. Iggy was a 4-time champion with the Warriors and had played 8 seasons with the organization. But one important note is that Iguodala won the 4th ring after he left the franchise for 2 years and then came back at 38 years old. He played a total of 7 games in that entire playoff run, while only averaging 1 point in 8 minutes per game with the 2022 Warriors. But I guess nonetheless, he was a member of a team that won the NBA Finals, so that has to count for something. However, Iguodala is set to become the first Warriors jersey to hang for a player that was never named an All-Star while playing with the team. In fact, some will argue that his impact with the team was so minimal because he only started in 83 of the 413 games he played with the organization in the time period of those championships. A player who averaged 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal while in Golden State will have his number where no other player can wear it again. Those numbers are worse than what Trayce Jackson-Davis is putting up for the Warriors this season. So are we saying that the number 32 should be hanging after this year? Now I get it that Trayce isn't a 4-time champ that Iguodala is, and he doesn't have the accolades that Iggy has. But what exactly are those accolades? Iguodala is a career 1-time All-Star that came in 2012 when he played for the 76ers, so that achievement doesn't even apply for a Warriors jersey retirement. So then in his first season with the Warriors, he was named to the All-Defensive First Team and finished 2nd in the 6th Man of the Year voting in 2017. But that's it. Those are the extents of Andre Iguodala's trophy case with the Warriors franchise, except for the controversial Finals MVP that he received in 2015. So let's talk about that Finals MVP award. In their careers, Andre Iguodala and Steph Curry have the same number of Finals MVPs, which is an award that I valued as my number 1 accolade for any player rankings. However, after Iguodala won the award, it lost a lot of its meaning to just about everyone, and here's why. While he played significantly better than he ever had in the regular season for the Warriors, improving his averages to 16 points, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds in the finals, in that same finals, his teammate Steph Curry put up 28 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, but the difference is that Iggy was credited with stopping LeBron James, which to be honest, I don't know how that was looked at as some incredible performance considering LeBron averaged 36, 9, and 13 in that final series alone. And the entire narrative of Iguodala even slowing down LeBron James in that finals is completely wrong. Sure, LeBron came back down to a normal level, scoring just 20 points when Iggy was first assigned to guard him, but James, who was averaging over 40 a game at that point, was bound to have one quote-unquote bad game. And then the very next game, he returned to drop another 40 points, and then in game 6 where Iguodala was credited with holding back LeBron to just 32 points. And in that finals, Iguodala's 16 points per game was the 3rd fewest of any finals MVP of all time. Only Wes Unseld and Magic Johnson averaged fewer points, but both of those players recorded double figures in at least one other category in that finals. And did I mention that in that finals series, Iguodala played the 5th fewest minutes of any finals MVP in NBA history? history. That's in large part because of that 6-game series, he only started in 3 of those games. In fact, those were his only 3 starts of the entire playoff run. And for a guy that was credited with defending, he was bottom 15 among all finals MVPs in terms of blocks per game, and he only had 1 more total block than Curry had in that entire finals series. And as far as steals, he had less than Curry did in that series, not to mention he shot 35% from the free throw line, which is the worst percentage of any finals MVP winner in NBA history, a percentage that was worse than Shaquille O'Neal, who was a career 52% free throw shooter. And I don't say all this to discredit the work or type of player that Andre Iguodala was throughout his NBA career, and I'm willing to say that he was more successful and lasted longer than what seems like 80% of basketball players ever will. But 2 statements can be true: that he's the least deserving finals MVP winner of all time, and that trophy alone is the reason the Warriors are retiring his jersey, which also calls for the argument that this may be the worst jersey retirement in NBA history. And I will go to say that there have been some far less deserving jerseys hanging in the rafters, but that doesn't mean that we should just add another one. However, let me know what you guys think of Andre Iguodala having his number 9 jersey retired by the Golden State Warriors. Do you think that since he did win the finals MVP, it's deserving, or are you like me and want to call an end to these achievements I believe aren't warranted?